Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to another day of Vlogmas. Today I have my friend Larissa here. She's also a YouTuber, she writes books, she's a
very cool person.
Queen.
Slay.
I'll link her channel below and also a link for you to buy some of her books if you speak Portuguese, because
if you don't, then there is nothing I can do. But I do have a short story in English. So
there you go. That. Yeah. If you are a publisher and you want to translate some of her work, we're open.
We're so open to proposals all the time.
Okay, so today we're talking about something called guilty pleasure.
Is there such thing?
Yeah. I personally don't like the term guilty pleasure.
Neither do I.
To me, there's no guilt. You like what you like.
Yeah.
Everything's valid, everything's good. And to prove you that, we're talking about some of our guilty.
But let's just state here, for the sake of this conversation, that you don't have to feel guilty about liking anything, and you don't have to justify your tastes. And I think that's the problem with the term guilty pleasure. It's that you feel that you have to justify the things you like, oh, I like this, but it's only because I don't care, you like it. Yeah. You know, embrace the fact that you like something.
Or the idea that there's some things that are lesser than something else, that it's not as high literature or high film. There's no such thing. Let's delve into it. First, books. You wanna start?
Yeah, I think for me, nowadays that's less of a problem because I write for young adults and to teenagers mostly, so people kind of expect me to have this preference for young adult novels. Before I started writing professionally, a lot of people would judge me because they would look at me and say you want to be a writer but you like to read this? I used to be very ashamed of the things that I liked, and one of those things that I was ashamed for a very long time of liking, and I was the type of person that tried all the time to justify, is Twilight.
Who hasn't read Twilight?
Come on.
Let's be honest, we all read Twilight. It's part of our lives.
It is. I mean, and Twilight opened so many doors for me in a way, because I started reading a lot more after Twilight, and I also started delving into classic literature because of Twilight, because you have the Scarlet Letter is quoted on the book.
Oh yeah,
Bronte sisters, and even Shakespeare. And I wanted to know that kind of literature too, because it helped me understand the characters from Twilight. It was very big, but it's not only because of that. You know, I know that the book has a lot of problems. I understand that it's not the greatest piece of novel ever written, but I like it. You know, when I'm reading it, I don't care that Edward is kind of a brat. I don't care that Bella is a horrible human being. I just like the feeling of reading it. And why am I to be ashamed because of that?
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about reading for entertainment and for your enjoyment. My book that I selected is Marian Keyes. I really like her. Every book that she launches, I just read, because chick lit, and that to me is
who created this stupid term?
That's just as much a stupid term as guilty pleasure.
Yes,
that's no. My dad read Marian Keyes and he had loads of fun and he laughed.
And it's they're great books.
They're great books. They're so funny. Oh my god. And they're so easy to read, so quick. To me, this is the ultimate vacation summer book. Something that you throw in your bag and you carry with you, and it's just light and makes you feel better about yourself.
And more than that, I was really surprised when you said that you were choosing Marian Keyes as your guilty pleasure, because for me, though Marian Keyes is classified as a chick lit, I do hate this term, but you mean it's normal nowadays. Some of them, they actually have really heavy topics.
Yeah, totally. This book is about grief. It's about someone that was just
by the way.
recently married and lost her husband, and it's just about grief. So she always mixes in very heavy, Watermelon is about being a single mother.
Yes.
So they're really serious and heavy topics, but I think people dismiss that because one of that tag, that name, chick lit, it's already I don't read chick lit.
Yeah, because it's only for girls who have nothing in the brains.
Also, I think people dismiss it because it has romance, and people are just like, no.
Yeah, nothing that has romance can ever be serious enough for my very high tasting literature.
I'm just like, girl, have you read Outlander?
Even classics, they have.
Oh yeah, have you read Jane Austen?
Have you read like Don Casmurro? I mean, it's a huge romance, and it doesn't make it any less.
Next, films. Go.
Oh my god. Okay. I had two, actually, not only one.
Okay.
Because they are different in a way, and as we were talking before, it kind of depends on who you're talking to. Because people can be judgmental in different levels, in different circles. Would probably be High School Musical and Titanic. Two very different movies.
Love Titanic.
The last High School Musical movie was exactly on my last year of high school. And back then, my friends, they were very like rocky wannabe, you know, they liked rock, and they liked indie rock, and they liked metal rock, you know, and they really didn't like the idea of anyone liking Disney stuff, and I loved it.
One thing that is very funny about High School Musical is that now it kind of has like a cult following.
Yes!
It's like something that people do memes about, and it's like a type of Mean Girls thing.
It is,
that
totally.
became kind of trash code. And before, all of those people, the cool people that now quote High School Musical, they're like, no, I like Donnie Darko.
Yes. And Titanic is my favorite movie. It's like this huge blockbuster, you know, that I remember that it was the first movie that I ever watched on the movies.
The car scene.
Yes. And I was 5, I think, because it was 97. Yeah, I was 5. There was this huge mystique around the movie for me, you know. It has a lot of good memories for me. Mostly when we were in college, and people were like, who is your favorite director? What's your favorite movie? I was like, Titanic. And people would judge me so hard because
so much judgment.
So, but yeah, you know, it's my favorite movie. I'm not gonna deny it, and I've watched it like 30 times already, and I watch it every year, and every time I watch it, I cry.
My film is actually not a film because I couldn't choose one, but it's just rom-coms in general. I love them, I live for them, they're the most watched thing on my Netflix, and there's just, again, this thing that romance is not a good thing.
Yes.
People dismiss romance so much. I think, of course, there's like a lot of bad things involved with rom-com, a lot of sexism and stuff like that, and I think that's super important to be aware and to point out and to criticize. Yeah. But still, that doesn't mean I dislike the whole genre. Yeah. There's so many good things for you to find in that genre, and it's just for fun, you know. Sometimes I watch something that I know it's not good, I know it's sexist, I know it's terrible,
but it's comfortable.
Yeah, but I laugh. I just feel like they warm my heart.
Yes.
And because I'm such a cold-hearted bitch in real life.
Not. You're not!
I have zero to no, like, love in my everyday life. So
you have to compensate some fiction.
Exactly. I like to feel the little warmth in my heart through fiction.
Fair enough.
If anyone wants to love me in real life,
we are interested.
Yeah. Meet cute. Last but not least, music. Go.
Okay, if you are not Brazilian, you're probably not gonna know the reference, but back in my teen years, there was this huge Mexican band based on a Mexican soap opera called...
That was hugely popular in Brazil.
They were very popular in Brazil and kind of Latin America in general, called RBD, or Rebelde, Rebels, in a way. But despite everybody telling me that it was horrible, I started watching it and I loved it, and I fell in love so hard that nowadays I still listen to the songs and I still follow them, you know, on social media and stuff. But because they were Mexican, and Mexican soap opera in general in Brazil, it's the kind of thing that you can't like seriously. You know, you just you like it ironically. But I was really passionate about it, and I really fell in love with the band. I never told anyone outside my very select group of friends. And I remember that when I started college, a lot of people would mock people.
Confession time!
A lot of people mocked people who liked it, and I was like... I was like, okay, but why? Why can't I like it? What exactly made it so horrible that I can't like it? And I just admitted it and whatever, fuck the world, I really like REVISTA, deal with it.
One thing that I find, like, it's a common thread through all the things that we chose is how passionate some people are about those things.
It is.
Like how passionate people are about Twilight and how passionate people are about RBD and Titanic
and about
and High School Musical. It's just like, you cannot dismiss something just like that. Like, it's a huge part of people's lives, you know? And if something gives you enough pleasure, enough passion in your life
and happiness,
and makes you feel creative because people do like fanfic, fan art, that is huge. It's just, I don't like being dismissive of people's passions and feelings and all of that.
I forgive you. Learn his lesson.
I grew as a human being. My guilty pleasure may not be considered my guilty pleasure. My next pleasure may not be considered that guilty by most of you, but it is kind of guilty depending on the type of person you're talking to. So again, things change depending on the group you're talking to. I really like Taylor Swift.
She's great.
I really like her, and most people will be like, yeah, sure, cool, except
whatever.
The haters.
Yeah.
But if you're a hipster, and I hang out with a lot of them, they're just like, nee, so mainstream, oh my god. I'm just like, but bitch is talented.
When did that become a problem, people?
And I don't understand the type of like, it's okay to like the Beyonce mainstream, but it's not okay to like the Taylor Swift mainstream.
Because I think that the difference would be, I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up now, but like Beyonce mainstream, she's against the normal mainstream because she's black, because it's R&B, and Taylor just kind of represents all the whiteisms of the world. You know, she's a white feminist, she's a white artist, she talks about white problems.
I think that's real. That's real. Like, because Taylor Swift represents the person that has everything going for her.
Yes.
And she doesn't have to overcome
anything because she was already rich when she started.
Except being a woman. She doesn't have to overcome anything. She's heterosexual.
Yeah.
She's
white,
blonde. She's rich.
She has a perfect body, you know, she's inside all the right squares.
But that doesn't mean she's not good. I
hate how people just put things on the way of niceness, you know? Let people enjoy things.
Yeah, I think the story here is, let's be happy and enjoy the things that we enjoy. And if you want to dance to Taylor Swift,
then do.
And
let people enjoy things. I think that a lot of the pressure that we receive, we also transfer to other people in a way. Like, because we are so used to everybody being so judgmental that we started being judgmental as well, and we don't even notice.
It's an everyday effort.
It's an everyday effort. You have to try to you don't have to like everything. That's very important. You know, that's
just
okay.
Be respectful.
Just be respectful. Try to not, you know, mock people for the things that they like, because then you're just perpetuating a kind of behavior that's not good. And enjoy what you want to enjoy. You know, live your life. Be happy.
Yes. Lesson learned.
Yay!
Yay. Drop the mic. Bye.